Hi guys, I am going to be answering my most asked question ever, which is to do an in-depth makeup tutorial. So I'm going to try to explain like how I use the products, what products I use, etc. My makeup takes me probably like 15 minutes, but with the explaining and stuff it'll take longer, so I'm just gonna start. So the number one key to my makeup looking good is my base being good. So I always start out with this CeraVe moisturizer, just a basic moisturizer. I put like a decent amount and just rub it, and then over top of that I use an SPF. This is the Target brand SPF, but it's supposed to be like a dupe for the CeraVe SPF. Just a regular SPF. I also use like a decent amount of that and rub it into my skin. I try to rub my skin pretty lightly because I have sensitive skin and it gets red easily, so I try to rub it. Sometimes I'll add more if my face isn't looking shiny enough, but when my face is shiny with no makeup on, then that's how I know that my makeup is gonna eat. So I don't usually wear makeup to work, but I'm making this video right now and I have work after, so I guess I am wearing makeup to work. If I'm wearing makeup to work or like out to dinner or to a party or basically anywhere where I feel like I'll be sweating, I use primer. So I use this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. So good. It's super sticky. I love a sticky primer because it keeps your makeup on your face, and instead of rubbing it and also taking my moisturizer and SPF with it, I'm kind of patting it so that everything stays in place and I'm not rubbing off my skincare. So if I'm going out to like an actual event where I want to wear foundation, I use this foundation. I know it's not super good for you and it clogs a lot of people's pores, so maybe I don't recommend this, but this is the only like actual foundation I own because I don't like to wear foundation because it clogs my pores. So I don't use foundation unless I'm going somewhere like fancy. Instead of foundation, I use a BB cream, which is a lot less coverage. So if you're like a full coverage queen, then obviously this step will be different. Oh, I dropped it. Obviously this step will be different for you, but if I have a pimple, I will cover it up with concealer first and then put the BB cream on, because the BB cream isn't enough to cover the pimple. I'm on Accutane and I have acne scarring on my face, but I just started month 5 of Accutane like yesterday, so I have no active pimples right now. I just have scarring. Like I don't have any like heads or anything, I just have scarring. But if I actually did have an active pimple, I would use concealer. I have actually learned that underpainting makes my makeup look so good. Like I would underpaint for like prom and like to go take pictures or to go out with dinner with my friends, and my makeup would always, oh, I just poked myself in the eye. My makeup would always eat for these like events and stuff, but then I was like, there's no reason I can't do that just for every day. So I underpaint basically every day. If you don't know what underpainting is, it basically is just like when you do your contour and your blush underneath your face makeup. See, my face is looking shiny, so that's, I feel like my makeup's gonna look good. So to contour, I use the Fenty Beauty Contour Stick, Miss Rihanna. I use the shade Mocha. It won't focus, but it's number 3 in the shade category. And I draw my lines going up kind of. And then for my forehead, I don't contour my forehead every day, but when I do, I also make the lines go up so that it gives you like a lifted effect. And then I do dots or like little streaks along my jawline, and then I always want to carve my jawline out a little bit more, so I make kind of like a U shape to like I was gonna say shivel, to chisel my chin down. And then I'll do 2 little lines on my nose. So this is gonna look kind of crazy right now, but we're gonna trust the process. I use this like angled brush, this little stippler like angled brush, to blend out my contour. So I'm just gonna blend all this out and I will be back. Also guys, when I blend out my contour, I don't like put the brush just like up and down. I do it in circles because I just feel like it blends out better in circles. Like if you guys know, when you're like shading with a pencil, you're not supposed to shade like this, you're supposed to shade in circles. It just looks smoother. So I apply that to my face. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. It looks kind of crazy because I've just got some like orange in weird places on my face. But we're not done. I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy. This is my favorite high-end blush. My favorite drugstore blush, which in my opinion is equally as good but like in different ways, is the e.l.f. Halo Glow blush. It's so glowy. Actually, I might use like a tiny bit of each today. Oh, and here's another really good blush, the Milani Cheek Kiss. That one is very pigmented. If you're like a very big blush girly, then I recommend that one. The Rare Beauty blush is very pigmented, so I'm gonna do a tiny dot of that, and then take this e.l.f. one, which is a lot dewier than the Rare Beauty one, and I love a dewy look. I will take my fingers and kind of spread it to where I want it. I like to keep my blush on the high points of my face so that it lifts my face. If you want a more round, okay, I look crazy right now because it's unblended, but if you want a more rounded face, more like apple cheeks, because I already have apple cheeks and I like kind of hate it. Always tell my friends that I have e.l.f. on the shelf cheeks, like we're literally twins. And then I'm taking just a blush brush. This is from like a kit on Amazon, and I am blending my blush. And then I take the excess that's now on the brush and just kind of like put it on my nose, on my chin, up on my forehead a little bit, to just equal out my whole face, but heavy on the nose and the chin. Guys, I just realized I forgot my bronzy drops. This is like the most important step in my like makeup, and I forgot it. Basically, I put my bronzy drops down my neck and on my face, but I forgot to put it on my face, but that's fine. But it's the Drunk Elephant bronzy drops. The L'Oreal Lumi Glotion is a dupe for it. I just have to get a darker shade because this one is like just a highlighter. It's not dark enough to be like a bronzer. Should I like restart? Okay, I'm not gonna restart, but just know that I usually use that and I'm usually more glowy when I use it. Okay. Show goes on. So from here, we're contoured, we're blushed, we're looking very blushed. Now I'm gonna use my BB cream, and I'm shaking it up. I don't really know if you're supposed to, but I'm shaking it up anyway. And then I'm just going to put like some dots on my face, about that much. It's like sheer, but it evens out my skin tone with like my scarring and stuff without clogging my pores. And I think there's like hyaluronic acid, salicylic acid, skin clearing beauty balm, so it's not bad for your skin, but it still gives you glow and a little bit of coverage. I don't like to feel like I have makeup caked on my face because it'll make me like super overstimulated. So this is what my skin looks like now. Definitely more evened out. I don't wear under eye concealer like when I go to school, but when I go out I will put a tiny bit on because I feel like a little bit of under eye concealer goes a long way. And then I tap it with my fingers because I do not use beauty blenders anymore. I'm like a beauty blender hater. I haven't seen a beauty blender in months. I just completely gave up on using them because they're just so much bacteria in one sponge. Like, it's disgusting, the stuff that's stored in there, and you can never actually fully clean it unless you get a new one. And also, they take the makeup off of your face. They literally take the product off of your face. Like, you're wasting so much product. So I use brushes and my fingers now, and also it's so much better for my skin. My skin improves so much when I cut beauty blenders off. So yeah, tapping this in with my fingers. That was the Rare Beauty concealer in shade 150C. Here's what it looks like. She's been through it, but she works great. Now I'm taking just a little powder puff, and I use this Revolution. This has been through it. This is the Revolution translucent powder, and I like flip it on the powder puff and then basically tap off all the excess back into the bottle so that I'm not wasting anything. When you tap off the excess, it makes it so much less cakey and more smooth and just like look like skin. So I'm setting my under eyes, and then I also set around my mouth because like my smile lines will make it crease, and my chin. And then now I'm gonna go over the contour that I have under my BB cream with a powder. So this is the Sephora Trio Contour Palette, like the Sephora brand. So I'm taking this, and I'm gonna take the same brush that I used, the angled brush, and kind of just go over it. Always blend down my neck. The next thing is my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I use the NYX Thick It Stick It. It's just, why is my brain like, it's because I don't want to go to work. Does anyone else get pre-work depression? Anyway, I use the NYX Thick It Stick It, and I literally thick 'em and stick 'em. I hated that. But this is tinted. It's the color Auburn. Another thing I like to do sometimes, just so lightly underneath my lip to give a shadow under my lip, and it kind of makes your bottom lip look a little bit like bigger. Okay, now I'm gonna set my face using the Dewy Finish by NYX. I also really like this e.l.f. mist and set, but she's like empty, so I'm using this NYX one. I always like to shake my setting spray before using it, and then I put it like kind of far. I use a decent amount of setting spray. I go through a setting spray bottle like every month. Now we're at the point where it's lashes time, which is literally the best time, and afterwards I feel so confident and slay, but it's an art. Doing your lashes is an art, and I need to mentally prepare for a sec. Okay, I'm ready. I actually lied. It's not time to do my eyelashes because I do highlighter first. So I use this Essence Pure, she's dirty, this Essence Pure Nude highlighter. It's literally like $2. Are you kidding? And she's gorgeous. Another highlighter that I use a lot is the Anastasia Glow Kit. If you want to see broken, she's been dropped many times before, but this will give you highlight like no other. Like literally no other. Okay, I'm going to show you how amazing this stuff is. Look. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? And then let me show you what this one looks like. For this one, since it is cheaper, it's like less pigmented, but you can fix that. I use setting spray. Literally just spray setting spray on it. Get a decent amount on your brush. She's super shiny too. But setting spray on your highlighter makes it so much shinier. Since I didn't put powder on like this part of my face, this is like my natural glow from the SPF and moisturizer, which I love. A little skin glow moment, because the BB cream, it lets your skin peek through a little bit and you have that like natural glow, not that sparkly glow. But I like to add a little sparkly glow on my nose and my eyebrow bone. I just think it's super cute. Sometimes I'll look at myself in these like headbands for too long and I'm like, I literally look like a country bumpkin baby. Anyway, I have two eyelash curlers. They're both from the dollar store, I believe. So go to the dollar store and go get you an eyelash curler. So sometimes I'm feeling crazy this is like actually stuck in my finger. Sometimes I'm feeling crazy and I will curl both my eyelashes at the same time. I don't always feel that crazy though. Either way, for some reason I use both of them. I'm not telling you that you need to have 2 eyelash curlers because I'm aware that that's very extra. But basically, when I curl my eyelashes, I open and close. And then I move to the middle. Like right now, I'm at the very root of my eyelash. And then I take it out and I move up to the middle of my eyelash. Because I like my lashes to stand up straight like that. Okay, so now that my eyelashes are slaying without mascara, we're going to put on mascara. Basically, get your lashes to look like the way you want them to look before you have mascara on. And get your skin to look as glowy as you want it to look before you put your makeup on, and that's how you will have the best makeup and the best eyelashes. That's my biggest tip. So now that I'm happy with my lashes, I use 2 mascaras. I use the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Angel in Waterproof, and I use the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. Waterproof mascara is the best mascara. It holds its shape, it holds its length, it keeps them like sticking up. If your lashes like fall after you put your mascara on and you're like, why are they doing that? Get waterproof mascara. It like stiffens them in a different way that regular mascara stiffens them, and it will keep the shape all day. I cannot tell you how many mental breakdowns I've had and ended up with my lashes perfectly intact, still standing up, still slaying because of waterproof mascara. Like, it's the best. Specifically this mascara I love. If you're like a length girly like me, this will be your best friend. Basically, I take this on the roots of my lashes to just really keep my lashes standing up. That's like what's the most important to me. So I focus on the base. Like with regular mascara, if you put it on the base, they'll probably fall. But waterproof mascara, it keeps them up. So I start at the base and I kind of like blink to bring it up. But I don't put this like directly on the tips of my lashes yet. So this is what we're looking like without even focusing on the tips of our eyelashes. It slays. And then now I'm going to take the Tubing Tartelette Mascara, and this is going to give us more length. So I take this, kind of like get a little excess off. And then on the tips of my lashes, I'm looking at my mirror up here. On the tips of my lashes, I put this one. Now, like, if I look up, we're almost eyebrow length, and that's what I love. I love a good eyebrow length lash. So here's that side. And then I use the waterproof mascara on my bottom lashes just because, like, your eyes water. And I don't want any smudging. Just on the tips of my bottom lashes. And it really just opens up my eyes. I love that. I'm nothing without mascara. I'm literally nothing without mascara. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be back. Okay, my lashes are done. This is what I'm talking about. It makes everything so much better. Okay, for my lips, if I'm going somewhere like that I want to look really good for, I will use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner, but I'm literally going to work, so I don't need lip liner. The Laneige lip mask, I use this like probably 10 times a day. It's like an addiction. I use this so much. It's like actually bad because it's overpriced. And I also use this lip plumper from the TikTok shop. Wait, have I been showing? Okay, yeah. I don't know why I just thought that I wasn't talking about product names, but I definitely was. This is the Girabella. But I'm sure it's just the same as all the other lip injections on the TikTok shop. So I use this one. If you go to my TikTok, here it is. It's linked to my pinned video, my most viewed video is this. I put it on the inside of my lips and then you wait for that to burn and then your lips get bigger. And then the last thing that I do is just set my face one last time to keep everything in. And yeah. Now we're all done with my makeup. If you have any more questions, just comment down below. I will answer. But yeah, this is my everyday makeup tutorial.